Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. We also have a bonus in this video as well. We're looking at Bitcoin. This is your weekly update and prediction where we give you an outlook on what is to happen based off the charts, the facts, the technicals, and the news dropping. This gives you all the information that you need to know as a trader and investor. I also have a question for you guys down below. Do you guys think that the market pumping like this is a good thing? Do you think we're going to the moon and it is a new bull run? Or do you think the market is setting up for a big correction based off it pumping to these insane valuations? I really want to know what you think down in the comments below. So let me know your honest opinions down there. Now let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes, ape and apeettes, you are back for another video with DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC, GME, and SPY. We're also going to be looking at Bitcoin as well. This is the time of the week where we give you your weekly update and projection, where I take basically a technical analysis look, fundamental look, and also the news dropping as well, and give projections on what we could possibly see for this week. This video is not financial advice. It should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on for these assets. So we're going to be looking at the data sets for what's happening in the overall stock market. Then we're going to be looking at crypto, and then we're going to be looking at technicals. As you guys can see, on February 13th, 2024, we have core inflation rate month over month and inflation rate month over month. This is the inflation data that the Fed is looking at. This is why the Fed was talking about being so hawkish last time in the last FOMC minutes meeting, because of these numbers not coming down. So you guys can see that the forecast is 3.1. You can see that the previous is 3.4. Numbers are slightly lower here. They're pretty much the same here, slightly lower here, and pretty much the same here. So it looks like overall the forecast is inflation coming slightly down, but still remaining at those elevated levels, well above the Fed's mandate of 2% inflation, which is actually crazy anyways, because you shouldn't have any inflation because it eats away at your purchasing power. But their mandate is 2% inflation. So these are the numbers they're looking at. And even though they are remaining elevated, that means that the Fed is going to have to remain hawkish and keep those rates raised for longer, which is not what the market wants to hear. So even if these numbers do come out lower, they would have to be significantly lower to see a massive pump in the market. But even if they do come out lower, just expect the market to remain on the trend that it's in, basically seeing this overall uptrend, which we're going to get to here in a minute. And I'm going to talk about what we could see as far as technical wise. So I really don't think this will affect anything as far as bringing the market down or pumping the market up. I think it's actually just going to maintain its course. Now, if these numbers did come out low and inflation went down, that would make the market pump up. If these numbers come out extremely hot, that would make the market come down. So you want to be very, very aware of what's going on Tuesday, February 13th, with the core inflation rating and the inflation rating month over month and year over year. On Thursday, we also have retail sales month over month. That's coming out on February 15th of this week. And then Friday, the last day of this week, we have PPI, then we have Michigan consumer sentiment, and then we have building permits as well. These are all major data sets that we want to be aware of, but inflation is the main one that we want to be focused on, that it will have the most impact on the market and the overall movement of the market. Now let's go ahead and show you guys what's going on for Bitcoin BTC, and then go ahead and hop in the technicals for SPY, giving you guys your overall update and prediction for this week. So BTC did hit a low of that 38K that we talked about in my previous videos just a few weeks back, moving back to the upside, consolidating in this bull pennant, which we then identified. And then it broke out, and I did call out a high of about 47 to 45K. Bitcoin exceeded our expectations, going all the way to 48.6K at this point, which is extremely good movement up to the upside. I do think Bitcoin is coming back for that 49K retest, which we did talk about would happen after we hit that low of 38K. So Bitcoin is tracking exactly how we want it to track, and it is currently at $48,000 right now on a red day. So a Bitcoin red day right now is $48,000. $8,000. This is a great movement to the upside. I do think Bitcoin is going to continue these types of movement to the upside because I believe Bitcoin is going into a new bull run. Now, as far as breaking and holding 49K at this current point in time, I think that we could go up for a retest, but right now we are far outside the bands. We're seeing a big move to the upside, and I really think that Bitcoin needs to see some type of pullback and or consolidation before it's able to break and hold 49K. But I wouldn't count it out of the cards for BTC. But most likely right now, what the technicals are saying is that we're going to come up for 49K, retest it, and probably get rejected once again, which will send us back to the downside, finding support, probably making a higher low around 43K, 42K, around that range, and then coming back up for that retest of 49K. Now, if we do break 49K and hold that level, you could see a very explosive movement from BTC. But as far as what the technicals are saying right now, I don't think that is the case. When in doubt, zoom out. When we go ahead and zoom out, BTC is still in a great position. Green monthly MACD as well as a monthly buy signal on the super trend. This is extremely bullish movement. Also breaking out of a falling wedge in a overall uptrend. You could not ask for anything more. BTC moving perfectly as predicted, and I do think this bull run will continue. Once BTC breaks 49K, I believe we'll be in the optimism and belief phases of the bull run, where the normies start to come in, where people start coming in that aren't normally in the market and start FOMOing in, pushing the market up to higher valuations, where then again, and this is not going to sound very nice, but that's where the people that have been buying down here and holding down here that are paying attention start to sell to those people that shouldn't be in the market, selling their bags, and we take profit. Therefore, they start to sell once the market comes back down, and we then buy those same bags back from them. That's literally what smart money is doing to retail every single year, every single day, every single week, every single month. And this is what you have to learn to conquer the market. Again, it's a zero-sum game, and there has to be winners and losers. There are no trophies for everybody in this world. Let's go ahead and look at the technicals for SPY and give you guys the update on that. But that is what we're looking at for BTC. Now, as far as SPY is concerned, SPY, I think, is fully capable and prepared to continue to the upside. I think that SPY is actually going to continue to make a move to the upside. The next resistance for SPY is sitting at 502 and 508. So that is the next major resistance for SPY. I repeat, $502 and $508. We get this from the Bollinger Bands. As you guys can see, the Bollinger Bands are pushing up. They are now at 403, but on the weekly and the daily time frame, we're starting to see support and resistance at those levels that I just mentioned. Again, 502 and 508. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at the alligator, you guys can see that the alligator is spread very far apart, as well as you do have a green weekly MACD. RSI is getting extremely overbought, and you still have this bearish divergence forming where price continues to drift up while RSI is drifting down. So this correction will happen, but the market is going to continue melting up. Unfortunately, we are in a bubble. So the best thing we can do as traders and investors, make our money on the way up and then wait for the overall correction that will be happening, and then go ahead and buy the bottom. But we have to be prepared for any eventuality as traders and investors. So again, making our money on the way up is what we need to do, reading the charts and playing how we see things fit. Now, as you guys can see, again, we are extremely overextended with RSI. We also have massive bearish divergence. We also have price trending up on an overall downtrend in volume. If you look at volume, it's overall downtrending, making lower highs, while prices continue making higher highs. Bearish divergence. Again, all of these things will come in for a correction, as well as the weekly RSI being at almost insane valuations, sitting at about 75 right now. And again, normally when RSI gets this high, you have corrections to the downside. If you look, every time RSI gets overbought, you normally have a correction to the downside, and you can see that for almost every time RSI hits that overall mark. Again, the correction does happen. It's just how deep is the correction. And as far as SPY is concerned in the NASDAQ, there are multiple gap fills to the downside. So I do think SPY is actually setting up for a decent sized correction, especially that I do think we are in a bubble driven by the AI and the tech narrative, in my personal opinion. And the hedgies and everyone else would love for those blue chip stocks to pump. That way they can pump their bags, because a lot of that big money is in stocks like Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, those big blue chip stocks. That's why they put those crazy valuations on them. But this is what I'm looking at for the overall market. I do think we will see a continuation to the upside in a green week. I do think that we will still see bullishness as the market continues to reach higher highs and pretty much go out of control, in my personal opinion, as it is starting to become extremely detached from fundamentals. Let me know in the comments below, does the market pumping like this scare you? Does the market pump it like this scare you? Or do you think it's to the moon new bull run? Good or bad, against my opinion or not, I don't care. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm genuinely interested in what you think. Let me know if you think that the market is setting up for a massive correction because it's pumping out of control, or do you think this is the start of a brand new bull run and we are going to the moon? Based off what the charts and the fundamentals are saying, it's telling me that this is going to be a massive correction, in my personal opinion. But as far as this week, I do think we'll see a green week on SPY. Now let's go ahead and go into GameStop and AMC, the two meme stock titans. GameStop and AMC, ladies and gentlemen, are about to change characteristics. You are going to see movement to the upside on both of these stocks. GameStop is perfectly going along with the market cycle psychology, as it did make its anger double bottom drop to a lower low, do a V-shaped recovery, and then make a higher low. GameStop 100% did that. Right here is your V-shape anger right here, or your anger double bottom. That goes down to a lower low, which is your V-shaped recovery right here, which then goes into a higher low, which GameStop is currently making. If you look at the alligator, you can see that the alligator is curling up on the daily time frame, telling us momentum is changing. If you look on the 4-hour time frame, the alligator is spread very far apart, and that is showing us that on a smaller time frame, momentum is going to continue. So I think GameStop is actually going to make a push for $15 and hold $15 this week. I'll go ahead and have a trade for you guys in the Discord, so don't worry about that. I'm going to have a trade for GameStop in the Discord. I put out a trade every single week in the Discord. The Discord is $50 for a lifetime invite. Hit me up on my email, Instagram, or Twitter if you do want to get in that. Just say, hey, I want to join the Discord. I'll send you some payment information. Once you make payment, I'll send you the link. It's as easy as that. And I will be streaming live Monday through Friday this week, so you can check me out for live technical analysis as well. Now, GameStop also has green MACD on the 4-hour time frame, as you guys can see. So this is also showing signs of bullish continuation, as well as the 2-hour all the way down to the 1-hour time frame with alligator flipped green. So there's multiple signs that we're going to see bullish continuation for GameStop, most likely breaking and holding $15 this week. I do think we'll probably have to retest $14.41, so we might have to retest that here in the morning and see a slight retest, so you'll see a drop down, but I think that will be followed by a big movement to the upside either on Monday or Tuesday. So it'd be later Monday or Tuesday when we do see that movement to the upside. As far as what we could see for SPY, I know I didn't do a price prediction. I think we could see basically consolidation, and then it will try to move up throughout the day. So I think the pre-market will basically be flat, and then you'll see it try to move back to the upside, maybe coming back down to retest that 500 mark as support, but I think you'll see a continuation to the upside throughout this week. And then GameStop, I think you're going to see a bullish continuation to the upside as well. IWM is moving to the upside, which is going to help AMC and sometimes help smaller stocks like GameStop. GameStop is not part of IWM, but it can give it some momentum. As you guys can see, IWM pushing up as well. So it's looking very promising for the meme stock. So I do think GameStop is going to see a green week this week. It is forming perfectly with the market cycle psychology chart, and everything here as far as the technicals are concerned are saying that we're going to see a bullish movement to the upside, from the green weekly MACD to the alligator being flipped to all of the multiple buy signals that we have on the super trend on these lower time frames. So again, bullishness is in store for GameStop in my personal opinion. Again, buy signals all the way up to the 4-hour time frame. for GME. Let's go ahead and go into AMC stock and show you guys what's going on for AMC. Buy signal on the 4-hour time frame, buy signal on the 2-hour time frame, buy signal on the 1-hour time frame, falling, or we have also a possible bull flag. Again, I do not have all the touch points needed for this bull flag, but we have a possible bull flag for AMC as well. This bull flag would give us a continuation to the upside on Monday. So I do think we are going to see a push to the upside on Monday for AMC stock, pushing towards $4.50. There is a gamma ramp at $4.50. I do not know what it is, but there will be call options at $4.50. We only have last week's data. I do not have this week's data, but we will be able to see that as soon as Monday does arrive. As far as shares available to borrow for both AMC and GameStop, and this could change as early as Monday morning, but they have 100,000 on AMC, and on GameStop they have 350,000. These are not a lot of shares for both of these stocks. And again, this is also showing signs that we're going to see a bullish continuation to the upside for both AMC and GME. I believe that AMC will be over $3.50 by the end of this week, giving us a green week for AMC stock. If you go ahead and look at the alligator as well, which is a very telling momentum indicator, showing us that we have bullish momentum here on the 1-hour, bullish on the 2-hour, and spread very far apart on the 4-hour as well, guys. So we are looking very, very primed for more continuation up to the upside. After we broke out of this falling wedge, I think we have what we need. We finally broke out of that downtrending resistance, which has been resistance for quite some time now. I could actually extend this line much further back and bring it back all the way up to that peak of about 650. So we've been underneath this sloping resistance, okay? And you can even bring it back further than that, almost to the peak of about $11. If I were to make that continuation of that line, you can drag it back. So this has been a huge break of a major downtrend. So AMC has broken the downtrend. I believe that AMC is officially bottom, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we're coming back down to $3.58. I think that AMC has officially bottomed. You can see that even on the daily time frame, the alligator is starting to curl up. More signs that AMC is officially bottom. I believe that the low was $3.58, and I'm officially calling that here on this channel that AMC is bottom. And I was one to say that the lowest AMC would possibly go is the previous historical low of $3.60. I was off by 2 cents, ladies and gentlemen, with AMC hitting $3.58. So if AMC continues to move up like the technicals are predicting, then guess what? We were correct about that prediction as well. But guys, this is pretty much everything I have for you as far as the weekly prediction and update. If you found this video informative, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, in the comments down below, let me know how you feel about the market. Does the market pumping to these crazy valuations make you excited, or does it make you fearful? Are you scared that we're going to see a massive correction because of all of this, or are you thinking that we're going to go to the moon and it is a new bull run? I also do want to point out that the market is in extreme greed, and you normally always want to do, actually not normally, you always want to do the opposite of the herd. You want to be selling when people are greedy, and you want to be buying when people are fearful. If you would have did that here on SPY, I'll just give you an example. You would have been buying here on SPY when people were fearful down here at the very, very lows, down here at 300, and you would have been selling up here, and you would have been selling up here because the market was in extreme greed. Then it went to fear, and then it went back to extreme greed. So just for an example, when RSI is high and the greed is high, that's normally the time that you want to be selling your bags to the normies, pumping the markets to new valuations. But guys, this is pretty much everything I have for you. Again, remember, in the comments down below, let me know what you think. I honestly want to hear your opinion. Good or bad, against mine, against the technicals, I don't care. I really want to know what the people are thinking. If you found this video informative, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe for more content like this, and remember, as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. All right, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like and press subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And I appreciate you guys if you watched to the end of this video. If you did watch to the end, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Say, hey, I watched to the end, and let me know. And as always, man, I appreciate y'all. TikTok has absolutely decimated people's attention span. So if you watch to the end to get all of this knowledge, you are on your way, and you're going to find a path. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. As always, peace out.